Agentic loops are the most hyped idea in AI right now. Every newsletter, every conference, every AI strategist on LinkedIn is talking about agentic loops. But here's what almost nobody explains. The one thing that makes a loop powerful is the exact same thing that can make it fail. Gartner is predicting that over 40% of these projects get scrapped by 2027. I'm a software engineer, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what an agentic loop actually is, how it's different from the thing most people are selling you, and exactly when to use one so you don't burn money finding out the hard way. So why now? The strange part is the idea itself isn't even new. It comes from a research pattern called REACT. That stands for reason, then act. It was published back in 2022. The concept has been sitting in research papers for years, but what changed isn't the idea, it's the models. For a long time, the loop was a nice theory that fell apart the moment you used it. The AI would lose track of what it was doing, it would go in circles, it would confidently take the wrong action and never notice. The blueprint was there, but the engine wasn't. Then the models got better at two things specifically: reasoning through a problem step by step and using tools, actually calling a search engine, querying a database, running code. Once those crossed a certain line, the loops suddenly held together, reliably enough to put into a real business. That's why agentic loops feel like they appeared overnight. They didn't. The idea is old. The models finally caught up to it, and that's why everyone's rushing at this at the same moment. So let me show you what a loop actually is compared to the AI you're probably already using. The AI most people know runs fixed steps. You give it something, it does the thing, it stops. Summarize this document, write this email, same steps every time in order, and then it's done. That's genuinely useful, but it's not a loop. A loop is different. You don't hand it a fixed set of steps. You hand it a goal. It takes an action, looks at what actually happened, and then results decides what it does next. Maybe it takes 3 steps, maybe it takes 30. Nobody knows until it runs because every step depends on what the last one produced. Here's the difference in human terms. The AI you're used to is following a recipe. Same steps every time. A loop is a person troubleshooting a problem. They try something, see what happens, and adjust based on the result. They keep going until it's actually solved. That's the whole idea. The AI you're familiar with follows a script. A loop reacts to reality, and the result deciding the next step is exactly what makes a loop powerful. And as you're about to see, it's also what makes it dangerous. Now, there's a part most people are getting completely wrong, and once you see it, you'll never unsee it. Every agentic loop, no matter how complex it looks, runs 3 phases over and over. Phase 1, it acts. It takes one concrete step toward the goal, runs some code, searches a database, checks a record. Phase 2, it observes. It looks at the result of the action. Did the code run or throw an error? Did the numbers match or not? This is the step that makes a loop a loop. It actually checks the outcome. Phase 3, it decides. Based on what it just observed, it picks the next action. If the last step worked, it moves on. If it didn't, it tries something different. Then it loops back and runs the whole thing again. Act, observe, decide until the goal is reached. Your typical automation pipeline never really does phase 2. It just runs its fixed steps start to finish, whether they worked or not. The observe step is the loop's superpower. It's how the AI catches its own mistakes and corrects course without you. But that superpower has a hidden condition attached, and that condition is where almost every failed project dies. Here's the part that a lot of people miss. The observe step only works if the AI can actually tell whether the step succeeded. A huge number of business tasks fail that test completely. Think about what the observe step really requires. To self-correct, the AI has to answer one question after every action. Did that work? Yes or no? Clear. Did the code run? The computer tells you it ran or it threw an error. Do the numbers balance? They match or they don't. There's a clean, objective signal the AI can check. When the signal is clean, loops are genuinely incredible. The AI can grind on a problem, fail, see the failure, and fix it over and over until it gets there. But now think about a different kind of task. You ask a loop to write a great marketing email. It writes one, then comes to the observe step. Was that email good? There's no clean signal. Good isn't something the AI can objectively check. So what happens? The AI grades its own homework. It looks at its own work and decides, yes, that's great. The self-correction quietly becomes self-delusion. It either declares victory on mediocre work or it spins forever tweaking something it has no real way to measure. This is the one that surprises most people. The loop didn't fail because the AI was dumb. It failed because there was nothing for it to verify against. You pointed a loop at a problem with no scoreboard. And this is the reason a lot of agentic loops don't work. Businesses might point a loop at something vague, handle customer support, manage your marketing. There's no clear checkable definition of done. So the loop has no scoreboard. can't tell if it's succeeding and either stops too early or runs forever. When a loop can't verify its own work, two things happen, and both cost you money. It drifts, it loses the thread over many steps and gets stuck repeating the same failing move, or it runs away because the loop decides its own number of steps. One that can't tell it's done just keeps going, burning through cost until something forces it to stop. So the failure isn't really about the AI at all. It's about whether the task has a scoreboard, no loop. Quick one before we keep going. Let me make this concrete with 3 examples that are actually loops. Watch for 2 things in each. The AI doesn't know the steps in advance, and there's a clean signal it can check. Example 1, an AI that builds you a working tool. You asked it for a small script to clean up a messy spreadsheet. It writes some code, then runs it. The code throws an error. It reads the error, figures out what went wrong, rewrites that part, and then runs again. Maybe it takes 2 tries, maybe it takes 15. It doesn't know going in, but the signal is perfectly clean. The code either runs correctly or it doesn't. So the loop keeps grinding until it works. That's a real loop. Example 2, a reconciliation agent for your books. You point it at an invoice that doesn't match your records. It compares the two, finds where they diverge, investigates that specific line, makes a judgment, and rechecks whether everything balances now. If it still doesn't, it digs into the next discrepancy. It repeats until the numbers reconcile. Again, unknown number of steps, but a dead clear signal, balanced or not balanced. Example 3, a research agent with real criteria. You tell it, find me 10 suppliers that meet these 5 specific requirements. It searches, checks each candidate against all 5 criteria, throws out the ones that fail, and searches again to replace them. The next search depends entirely on what it just found and what's still missing. It keeps going until 10 suppliers genuinely pass all 5. The criteria are the scoreboard. Notice what all 3 have in common. The AI couldn't follow a fixed flowchart because the path depended on what it discovered along the way. And in every case, there was an objective signal telling it whether it was done. That combination, unknown steps, clean signal, is what a loop is actually for. Now compare that to write me a great blog post. That assignment has unknown steps, but no objective signal for great. That's why it fails as a loop and why it's better run as a pipeline with a human reviewing the output. So if you're a business owner, here's how you put a loop to work without getting burned. 3 guardrails, write these down. Guardrail 1, only use a loop when the task has a scoreboard. This is the big one, and it flows from everything we just covered. Before you build a loop, ask one question: can the AI objectively check whether each step worked? If the answer is yes, like code that runs or books that balance, a loop can be a fantastic fit. If the answer is no, like make this good or handle this well, don't use a loop. In that case, use a fixed pipeline with a human reviewing the result. Picking the wrong one here is the single most expensive mistake people can make. Guardrail 2, give it a finish line and a hard ceiling. A loop needs 2 things to stop: a clear definition of done, the scoreboard reading you're after, and a maximum number of steps, so that if it can't get there, it stops and asks for help instead of running up a bill all night. Never run a loop without a ceiling. That's your protection against the runaway cost problem. Guardrail 3, put a human at the high stakes moments. The best setups in the world do not run fully unattended. They let the loop do the heavy lifting, then pause for a person before anything irreversible happens, like sending an email, charging the card, publishing the post, deleting the file. The loop does 90% of the work. The human approves the final 10% that actually carries risk. Get those 3 right: a real scoreboard, a hard ceiling, and a human on the risky moves, and a loop stops being a science experiment and becomes something that quietly saves you hours every week. So a quick recap, because we covered a lot. An agentic loop is AI that acts, observes, and decides over and over, where the result of each step decides the next one until the goal is reached. That's what makes it different from a pipeline, which just runs fixed steps you already know in advance. Most AI agents being sold are pipelines. That's the misconception. The loop's power is the observed step. It checks its own work and self-corrects, but that only works if the task has a scoreboard, an objective signal the AI can verify against. No scoreboard, and the loop either fools itself, drifts, or runs away, burning money. That's why over 40% of these projects are headed for the scrap heap. And the fix is 3 guardrails. Only loop when there's a clean signal, set a finish line in a hard ceiling, and keep a human on the high stakes moments. One last really important thing: the tool you pick matters far less than you think. Whatever platform you're looking at, understanding the fundamentals of multi-agent systems is the single most important factor for using any tool well. Get the fundamentals fundamentals right first, and the specific tool becomes just a detail. If you want the full PDF guide on agentic loops, make sure to join our free school community. The link is in the description. And if you want to learn in depth how to build multi-agent systems that drive real value, make sure to like and follow. I read every single comment, and I'll see you in the next video.